Hey, what's up? This is my 2016 Gibson Les Paul Studio Faded. Wonderful guitar. I was actually looking at the 50s and 60s tributes when I came across this guitar. The 60s tribute that I found at the store sounded great, and I love the fretboard and the feel. Played fantastic and sounded great. But when I walked in, I saw this one sitting right up front for about half the price. So I figured, why not? I picked it up and immediately I just bonded with it. Playing this unplugged, just it rang out. You could feel the strings. It really resonates. And it's one of those special moments where you're just like, wow, this guitar. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that the right guitar will find you. You don't find a guitar, and that's the case with this one. It was just right there. I don't see a lot of these for sale. People usually hold on to these things because they're really nice, and you can usually pick them up for under $500 used. So one thing I did not like about this guitar though is it was really dark sounding. I had it came with Burstbucker Pros in it, which to me they're really dark sounding. It just sounded really muffled, and no matter how I set the EQ, I couldn't EQ it out. So I was very unhappy with that. I even went as far as put the Epiphone Alnico 2 Pros that I had in here, and it did actually sound better with the Epiphone pickups, but I still wasn't quite happy with it. So ripped out the PCB board that was in here, put 50s wiring in here with paper and oil caps, opened up the guitar. I mean, it was like lifting a thick blanket right off the tone. It's just amazing how much of a difference it made, the 50s wiring. So there's so much tone available now in these tone pots. So if you're one of those guys that says it doesn't make much of a difference, you're either lying or you don't use your tone controls. I use my tone controls a lot, and it made a huge difference. There's just so much we can do with these tones knobs right now. The other thing I really liked about this guitar too was the thickness of the neck. It's got a nice meaty neck behind it, which was more substantial than the 60s tribute. The thing I did not like about the 60s tribute was the neck profile. It was too thin. I don't know what the deal is with guitars nowadays and all these tiny necks. I don't have big hands, but I like something to hold on to there. I need a thick neck, and this one's just about perfect. It's a little bit wider, and it's a relatively flat radius, 12-inch fretboard radius, which I don't like as much. I like a 10-inch radius, like on the Tremonti SE that I have back here. That to me has the perfect radius, but it doesn't have as thick of a neck on this. So, but this one just has a fantastic sound to it. It just resonates, it rings through. The other thing I did too was got rid of those Alnico 2 Pros, and I put in some Seymour Duncan Seth Lovers in both the bridge and the neck. And man, I gotta tell you, these things just sound fantastic. Now there's so much, you know, different tones you can get out of here. You can get a nice clean sound out of it. Set just on the edge of breakup, so if I pick it and attack it nice and easy, I get a nice clean sound, and then I can dig in and get some of that breakup. Crank it up and get a nice gritty sound out of it. highly recommend it. Listen to the neck pickup. Roll it back and get a really nice woman tone out of it. Bridge. You can roll it off, get a nice smoother tone. That's it. 2016 Les Paul Studio Faded. Fantastic guitar. It's meaty. It's chambered. It's super light. I got the roller bridge on here, which helps keep it in tune and actually helped out with intonation as well. I also took some time to roll the edges, because that was one thing I did not like about this stock, was that it had a corner to the fretboard. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just had a hard corner there, and I like mine more rounded, so I did do that. Also, I tried using the heavy bottom 10s on here, and it was too boomy. The thicker gauge strings actually overpowered the pickups, so that those low bottom 2 strings would just took over the mix, and I couldn't EQ. So I tried out these balanced tension D'Addario. They're 10s balanced tension, because I thought about going to the 9.5s, but I don't like how it's difficult to find 9.5s. It's not a common string. So what I did was I tried out these 10 balanced tensions, and let me tell you, I didn't like them at first. It took me just 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden I was like, yeah, these are perfect. This is what I was looking for. So I definitely recommend balanced tension 10s for Les Paul.